Hello and welcome to this week's edition of Random Shit, Random Guy. This is episode 0, the motherfucking first podcast. It is my podcast. I am your host, Phil. We will talk about whatever the fuck I want to. Who knows? It could be everything from your mom to comics. We will be talking about comics. Maybe not this week, but who knows? We will be talking about movies, pop culture, sports, you name it. It's going to be on this fucking show because this is random shit. A little bit about the host, me. I'm just a fucking random guy, you know. I like everything from fucking sports to comics to I like to fucking look at the stars. Who the fuck knows? Doesn't fucking matter. Right now I'm talking to just you because I don't have a co-host yet. We're working on that. Hopefully it comes next week, maybe the week after. This will be a weekly podcast. I will be your hub for everything random. First topic we got here. Have you ever wanted to get a PhD in porn? No, I'm not talking about a pretty huge shtick. I'm talking about being a fucking doctor. Doctor porn. Well, that might be possible in the future. Some universities are working towards that. And I found an interesting piece on the Pacific Standard. You can find that piece on psmag.com. It's a nice little piece written by Lynn Kamala. Hope I said that right. If not, fuck you. Not really. It come out today. It is titled, Why Pornography Deserves Its Own Academic Journal. The piece talks about how in the spring of 2004, there will be an article, a published piece about porn. It'll be called Porn Studies. It will give a critical breakdown of the porn industry. Several places have been doing this for a while, but now it's happening. There's going to be an academic study full of pornography. It'll talk about. They talk about everything else. They talk about fucking film, media. Fuck. They break it down to the psychology of the matter. There's some already out. There was a book that came out in 1989 for all of you fucking listeners, called Hardcore: Power, Pleasure, and the Frenzy of the Visible. It talks about the hardcore heterosexual pornography as a film genre. Fuck, can't talk. And that it's worth taking a look to. There's some places out there. It's called clickmeporn.com. Give you a second to go do that. All right, you filthy fucks. Anyways, here's a little excerpt from the article with porn titles like clickmeporn.com and Porno Chick. That is one fucking title. Clickmeporn.com and Porno Chick. Academy Publishing on pornography. On the international scale is flourishing. There's also been an uptick in academic conferences dedicated to the topic of pornography, including the recent feminist porn conference at the University of Toronto. Fuck Canadians, do all the cool shit first. It is the first international conference of its kind, and depending on where you go to school, you might be able to take a class on the history of pornography as a popular film genre, such as the one taught since 1993 by Professor Constance Pentley at the University of California, Santa Barbara, where all things happen. The great state of California, the state of sin. Fuck it, I don't know. The piece goes on. It breaks down why we want to study porn. It's one of the most important things that, our world talks about. It's not one that everybody wants to talk about, but it is a part of our culture. It's pretty important. People should take a look at it. Take a look at this article. It's pretty fun. It's a good read. I found that article on Dig. It was one of the fucking top topics. But I mean, porn studies it's big. I mean, it's one of the fucking biggest growing industries. How? I don't know. Because everybody steals it off YouPorn. But I mean, it's growing. Here's an excerpt from another excerpt from the art. Can't read. Can't talk. The article says this journal signals that the study of pornography is at a critical mass in terms of enormous growth of the scholarship in this academy, says Morelli Miller Young, an associate professor of feminist studies at the University of California, Santa Barbara, and a member of the journal's editorial board. It also signals that we are at a moment when, because the national fascination, I hope that's right, with the porn industry and questions about sexuality and mainstream pop culture, the time is right for the journal like the Porn Studies to come out and onto the scene. Clarissa Smith, one of the journal's editors, agrees. We felt it was time to establish a journal because of so much high quality work in the porn industry is being carried out. I mean, I don't know what porn they're watching, but some of it's not high quality. Some of it's your fucking iPhone and you fucking your wife. But, I mean, that's not porn. That's just your home shit. Getting back to the article. Porn Studies will open up a space for researchers to develop conversations in different disciplines and push the study of porn further and further. One of the recurring questions raised is in a number of media discussions about this journal is whether it inherent value to study porn. I mean, why the fuck should we do it? It's, as I said, it's part of pop culture. I mean, we study everything else. We study comics. We study how that affected kids. Fuck, they did a fucking study saying that it was fucking up kids' minds, and then they put the comics code on there. The comics code was the worst thing to happen to comics, in my opinion. I mean, censorship is awful, especially when it comes to art. Art censorship should never happen. You don't like it, don't read it. You don't want your kids around it? Well, be a fucking parent and keep them away from it. I mean, it's art. It's your way of talking. I mean, this comes from the least fucking artistic person you'll ever see. I couldn't draw a straight line with a fucking ruler. I mean, I'm the Charlie Brown of fucking drawing. Fuck, I'm the fucking Charlie Brown of life. I'm bald, I'm fat, and I even have a fucking Charlie Brown shirt, so there you go. The next topic I want to talk about is umbrella scandal. You ask, what the fuck's umbrella scandal? Well, yesterday, everybody made a big fucking deal about President Obama and an umbrella. What the fuck's it matter? You ask, well, he had an umbrella. The fucking thing is he had a male Marine, holding the umbrella for him while he was holding a press conference, and the Marine is getting soaking wet. One thing I read is it's against violation for a Marine in uniform, male, to have a fucking umbrella. Why? I don't know. That makes zero fucking sense. But as the commander-in-chief, you should know that. I'm not shitting on Obama, but I am because I don't fucking like him. But I mean, I don't understand why this is a big story. It's everywhere. I mean, literally, you couldn't turn on shit yesterday. Let me set the story if you don't understand. President Obama was in a press conference with, it was a joint press conference with the Turkish Prime Minister, Recep Erdogan. Sure, that's what we're going with, Erdogan. Fuck it, I'm just going to call him the Turkish Prime Minister. And it started raining. So what's Obama do? He fucking signals out two Marines. And he asks them to hold a fucking umbrella for him and his guest so they don't get wet. Here's a little quote. I'm going to go ahead and ask folks, why don't we get a couple Marines? They're going to look good next to us. Just because I've got a change of suits, but I don't know about the Prime Minister. gesturing to the unprotected press that he added, "You guys, I'm sorry about." I mean, what kind of fucking nerve do you have to have? I mean, anybody. The fucking guy's fighting for all of us. All you are, I mean, yeah, you're the president, you're important. But fuck, get a little wet. I mean, you fucking pussy. I mean, it's okay to get wet every now and then. We all do it. It rains. Sometimes it pours. I mean, sometimes you need a rain day, just like fucking Bull Durham. So, I mean, it's okay to get wet every now and then, but this fucking prick pulls two fucking Marines out because he doesn't want to change clothes. I mean, come on. I just thought that was it wasn't classy. I mean, but at the same time, why is this a big deal? Why are we even fucking why am I talking about this? I don't know. I mean, I'm talking about it because everybody else is talking about it. There's more important policy issues that can be going on and be talked about. And we're spending time about a fucking umbrella. I mean, it's fucking ridiculous. I know. And I'm part of the problem. I guess this podcast is part of the goddamn problem with America and wondering what the fuck we're going to do. What the next level of this country? Where the fuck are we coming to? But let's read. I've got an article here about it. It's called "Even Umbrellas Are Scandals Now." It is from the Washington Post. It's written by Rachel Weiner. I'm just going to read it to you. Even President Obama's use of an umbrella has become a scandal in the eyes of some Republicans. On Thursday, during a joint press conference with Turkish Prime Minister, we're not saying his name because I can't fucking say it. You don't like it? Suck my cock. Anyways, back to the article. Obama signaled 2 Marines and asked them to protect him and his guest in the rain. I'm going to go ahead and ask folks, why don't we get a couple Marines? They're looking too good next to us. Just because I've got to change the suits. I don't know about the Prime Minister gesturing to the unprotected press. He added, "You guys, I'm sorry about." During this week's IRS AP in Benghazi, during the week of IRS AP and Benghazi, the awkward moment of being criticized as yet another administration blunder. Male Marines are not allowed to use umbrellas in uniform. CNN explains it is part of doing so makes it hard to salute, but the commander-in-chief can override that protocol. For reasons a spokesman for the Marines could not immediately explain, female Marines are allowed to carry an umbrella with their service uniform and their service and dress uniforms. The Washington Post has a image of this. It reads, "Another scandal hits Obama. When it rains, it pours." The conservative Daily Caller wrote up the indicant of the headline, "Obama breaches Marine umbrella protocol." Mr. President, when it rains, it pours. But most Americans can hold their own umbrellas, said. You're gonna get a laugh out of this. Who the fuck do you think said that? I mean, there's all these. I mean, I'm a conservative, but this person to me is a fucking joke. You want to know who it is? I'll fucking tell you. Former Alaskan Governor Sarah Palin. I mean, come on now, Sarah. You think you're gonna be fucking standing in the rain? I mean, I know you're all Alaskan tough. I'm a pit bull that wears fucking makeup kind of gal, but. I mean, why is this a fucking issue? I say yet again. Back to the article. These guys aren't valets. I'm talking about the Marines. One conservative blogger wrote, though he also guessed that the previous presidents had done the same thing. Because of the optics are sufficiently bad that Team O wouldn't have tried it without precedent of sight in its defense. Another wrote, "This is a nuclear version of bad optics. The conservative Move America Forward PAC put out a fundraising email on the subject. Of course, no one is suggesting holding umbrellas. No one. Let me try that again. Fuck. Like I said, I mean, I'm nervous. This is my first fucking go. So if you don't like it, go listen to fucking Tell 'em Steve Dave. They'll do the shit right. Back to the article. Of course, no one is suggesting holding a hearing on Umbrellagate. The actual story on the fucking front page of the New York Post was about a DOJ report finding that terrorists given new names under the Witness Protection Program were allowed to board commercial fucking flights. Let me read that to you again in case you didn't get it. The DOJ report is finding that terrorists, people that hate this goddamn country that I love so fucking much, are allowed to have new names under the Witness Protection Program that we allow. And they can board a fucking airplane. Does anybody remember 9/11? This guy does. That's bad. I mean, maybe I'm fucking profiling. I'm sorry. But why the fuck are we letting terrorists go in the first place? And why are we giving them new names to protect them? I mean, if they fucked up and they were going to bomb us, let's let everybody know their fucking names. Anyways, the final line of this story is, but conservatives are clearly hoping to create a narrative of a president in free fall, unable to do the right thing, even hold an umbrella. So, I mean, my point is to even bringing this up is, I mean, there's more important things to talk about. One being, why aren't we talking about the terrorist issue? I mean, we had the IRS situation go on earlier this week, and I mean, we're distracting ourselves with a fucking umbrella. Seriously, get over it. Go fuck yourself. Speaking of the troops, I've got a heartfelt story. Some of you might have seen it. At last night's game between the Boston Red Sox, my favorite fucking team, and the Tampa Bay Rays, they were doing the first pitch, and the little girl let a little girl throw out the first pitch. It's everybody was thinking, that's kind of weird. What did this kid do? But prior to the game, she threw out the ceremonial first pitch. Her name was Alana Adams. One thing she didn't know is the catcher catching her fucking ball. Sorry, I said that. This is a 9-year-old girl and I'm fucking cussing. God, I'm awful. Anyways, 9-year-old Alana Adams is throwing out the first pitch at the Rays game in Florida. And she throws out the first pitch, ceremonial, and she goes to get the ball. It's always happens, you know, no big deal. Well, I mean, it's kind of different this time. The catcher's in full catching gear, and he has his helmet on. So she doesn't know who the hell's catching the ball. She just assumes it's the catcher. Can't think of the guy's name in Tampa because they are a fucking rotating door with their players. So she goes to catch it. She assumes she assumes it's Jose Molina. I should know that. Good player. And it turns out it's her dad. It's Lieutenant Colonel William Adams. He's been deployed in Afghanistan and he's home. They made a surprise visit and allowed her to. They made this reunion. I mean, that's pretty cool. I mean, I salute the Tampa Bay Rays for showing good things towards our troops. I mean, not everybody does that shit. And what a special moment for the kid. I mean, your dad's been gone. I mean, he's fighting for your country. You don't know when he's going to come back. And all of a sudden, you're honored. You're getting to see your favorite team play. And all of a sudden, you throw out the first pitch, and there you go. You're excited. You don't know what to do with yourself. And then all of a sudden, you find out, hey, that's my dad. I mean, for me, that's nothing special because, I mean, I wasn't raised with my dad. I really don't give a shit what happens to him. Sorry if you're listening. Fuck you. Anyways, so he goes on and that happens. So I mean, that's pretty cool. She had a line. She said, "Remember to take a deep breath and focus and have fun." This is pretty cool. She threw out the first pitch, they put a video up, and it was her dad talking to her. It said, "Remember, take a deep breath, focus, and have fun. Daddy loves you." I mean, that's just fucking moving. If that doesn't break your heart, you're a fucking moron, and you're awful. While we're on the topic of sports, I want to get into my favorite team a little bit, the Boston Red Sox. We'll start with the issue of our closers. We went through we're on our third closer of the season. But this guy, we're using Tazawa as God, I hope that's right. I haven't watched the game this week. I am sorry. Let me check my facts. Red Sox closer. Fuck it. I'm going with it. I'm assuming Tazawa is still our closer. Changes every fucking day, it seems like. Start the season, prior to the season, we made a trade. We brought in Joel Hammerhand from the Pittsburgh Pirates. And I, for one, was fucking pumped. I love him. I thought he was amazing. He got off to a great start. And then he blew like 3 saves in a row. And everybody was like, what the fuck is going on? Well, something was wrong. He was hurt. Well, we put him on the DL for what I do believe was originally a bicep strain, similar to what John Lackey had. I will check that out to be 100% sure. I'm on using my source, Boston.com. If you are a Red Sox fan and not following them, well, you're not a Red Sox fan, because that's the best place to get your shit. Another great place to get your shit is at a friend of mine, and I use him as a source for some things. Hell, he helped me with a fucking paper in college. His name's Jared Carabas. If you're a Red Sox fan, haven't heard of Sox Space, I can understand. He's the governor of Red Sox Nation, Massachusetts. He's a good guy. He's pretty knowledgeable in the Red Sox. He helps out a lot when you're like me, and you want all the sources you can get. I mean, you don't want just one fucking source for your story. And that's the first rule of journalism, is check your shit. But on this show, we may not be checking our shit, so who the fuck knows? Just keep an eye out, because it could be bad. So, but anyways, he got hurt. Now he has season-ending elbow surgery. So bringing him in, it turns out, was a bust. I mean, I'm pretty sure he's not. We have him for a few more years, so next year he could be the fucking man. Similar to the guy I'm about to talk about. Last season, to fill our closing issues after letting Jonathan Papelbon walk away, a rich man, to the Philadelphia Phillies, which it turns out we could have paid him, because by the time we pay Hammerhand and by the time we pay Andrew Bailey and all the other guys that have freaking closed for us in the last 2 years, I mean, Alfredo Aceves, even though he's not making any fucking money because he's crazy. Yes, I said that. Alfredo Aceves is fucking crazy. I'm glad he is in Pawtucket right now. More about Pawtucket soon. Sorry, I had to take a breath. Had to take a drink. Anyways, Andrew Bailey he started the season last year with a broken hand. It's either a broken hand or a broken finger. Sorry, I do not remember. His hand was fucking hurt. So he missed most of the season. And when he did come back, he wasn't that great. I don't know if it was the emotions of dealing with closing in a big city like Boston, or he was hurt, whatever the case. He wasn't that good. I mean, he come in, he got some saves, he got comfortable. Well, this season he come in, he knew he was going to be the setup man, but his confidence was higher than ever. When Hammerhand went down, Bailey stepped up and did an amazing job until he got hurt. So he's been out on the DL, but he is about to come back. Bailey's expected to come back on Monday, and he will close, granted the situation that the Red Sox are in, needing him to close. More on that soon. Andrew Bailey threw a simulated 15-pitch game at the Trop. Let me get my day on this one. This story come out yesterday. So yesterday, Andrew Bailey threw out a 15-pitch simulated game in Tampa. He faced teammate Mike Carp, who's also hurt. Ryan Lavarnway, who's been called up to be the backup catcher while Carp is injured. Bailey got 3 fly balls. He said it felt good, was throwing all my pitches, and my arm feels good, which is great. The next step for Bailey is to go down to Pawtucket tomorrow, Saturday. He's going to pitch at McCoy, and they're hoping that he'll rejoin the team on Monday in Chicago. Bailey has not pitched in the major leagues since April 28th. He went out with a strained bicep muscle. That is the injury of the year, it seems like. But he's going to be activated pretty soon. He's going to be back. How he'll do is a different question. I mean, last year when he came back from the injury, like I said, he wasn't that great. But this year he seems pretty confident. I mean, he's been my go-to guy. I mean, every time he comes out of the bullpen, I feel pretty confident that we're going to be doing something special. So, I mean, Bailey was pitching great. I mean, he pitched in 13 games prior to the injury. He only allowed 2 runs on 6 hits in 12.1 innings. He did issue 4 walks, but he issued 20 strikeouts. 20 strikeouts in 12 innings is a pretty damn good job. I mean, granted, some of that did come in the setup role, but he did that as a closer as well. Bailey said this about his bicep injury, that it's no longer an issue. Once everything calmed down in there, it was pretty normal. The trainer said there would be one day when I would come in here and feel great. That kind of is what happened. As soon as we were able to cross that bridge, it was getting back on the mound and the routine of things. Evidently his strength's back. He's ready to go. John Farrell must be pretty confident in him, or he wouldn't throw him out there. I mean, that's one thing I've noticed about Farrell, is he's not going to send a hurt guy to the mound. And that's why he was a great pitching coach with us, and that's why he is going to be a great manager. I mean, he's pretty great anyway. But, I mean, let's get back to the Red Sox topic. Let's get into that a little bit more. The Red Sox started the season an amazing 18-8. Greatest record in April for the Red Sox. But following all these injuries to the bullpen, and there's been some injuries to players. I mean, Big Papi is Big Papi. He's fucking amazing right now. So he's not nothing to worry about. He's hitting. We've got Middlebrooks. He's been on a slump, but at the same time, he was also hurt. I mean, he had a collision with David Ross, the backup catcher, which put Ross on the DL. But, I mean, he's been hitting a little bit better. But since that 18-8 streak, my Boston Red Sox, your Boston Red Sox, the Boston Red Sox are 6-9. I mean, pitching hasn't been that great. We've went through a couple different pitchers since then on the mound. We've brought up a kid, I think his name's Weber. I will check that right now. Hold on 1 second. I do believe it was against the Twins. No. Anyways, not important. But the one shining star on this team so far has been the comeback. And yes, I'm calling it a comeback, even though he's been here for years. Mr. Buckles. Clay Buckles has had an amazing first start of the season. Clay is currently, let's check out Mr. Clay Buckles' numbers. Pardon me for a second. Checking it on baseballreference.com, the best source for baseball information. There is no better place. If you're a baseball fan and you are a stats junkie and you're not using this website, you're looking at the wrong place, my friend. And I misspelled Clay's name. Sorry, Clay. I mean, Clay's had an amazing year. Last year wasn't that hot, but nobody on the damn team was good last year. Sorry. I mean, they had the worst record in years. So far this season, Mr. Clay Buckles has not lost a game. Hope I don't jinx that, as he will be on the mound tonight. And I'm recording this on a Friday, and hopefully this will be up before the game. But Clay is a 6-0. He is perfect so far. He has an ERA of 1.69. He's pitched in 8 games. He's went 58.2 innings. He's gave up 40 hits and 11 runs. All 11 of those runs were earned, but that's okay. He's only gave up 1. Let me say that again. He's gave up 1 home run this year. That is it. Last season, he gave up 25 home runs. That is his season worst. Last year, he was in 11-8. I mean, that's not good for a man at one point in 2010 was 17-7. I mean, that is pretty amazing because he only pitched in 28 games that year, which that's his second most, but still 17-7 was pretty damn good. His walk ratio is pretty low. He's gave up 21 walks this season, but I mean, that's not awful, but he struck out 60 guys. So, I mean, his ERA, he's doing amazing. He's got a whip of 1.040. So his wins, hits, and innings pitched is pretty low. I mean, I don't know. I am a stats junkie, but a lot of things, I'll admit, I'm not the best at. So, but I work on it. I hope to get my stats better, and I hope to make it better for you, the listener. But since the Red Sox have went on that amazing start, let's just go through the games in the month of May. The Red Sox started off hot. They won. They continue. They beat the Blue Jays 2 games in a row. So that was awesome. But then we take a road trip to Tampa. Not Tampa. Sorry. Take a road trip to Texas, where we got our asses swept. Mr. DeBrant lost the game. John Lackey lost the game. And let's see. And Clayton Mortensen, who, I mean, he's been a man out of the pen, so I can't really complain. I mean, he's been good out of the pen. He's blown a couple games, but whatever. And then we come back, and with the next day after Clayton blows a game, he wins a game. So can't fault him there. The Red Sox beat the Twins the first game, and then they lose 3 in a row. 3 in a row. Dempster lost the game. Webster lost the game, which Webster is the rookie. It's okay for Webster to lose a game. I think that was only his second major league start, and granted, he's growing. He's going to be a good player. He's just got to get the other pitches down. He's just not accurate with his fastball. His changeup is dirty. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it was his changeup that was dirty. Like I said, I've only seen him pitch twice. Webster come over to the Red Sox via... we got him in the big-ass Dodgers trade. So, it's pretty impressive. And then they lost again with Lackey. And then we won the game on Friday. Again, last Friday. Lester was on the mound, who's still perfect with a 5-0 record. He beat the Blue Jays. Then we lose on 2 more games to the Blue Jays. Tozawa blew a game. And let's see, who else? Who lost it? And then fucking Dempster. Dempster's been streaky at best. I mean, he's eating up the innings, which is what we brought him in for. But, I mean, he's got a 2-4 record. And I think he needs to step his game up a little bit. And then we had an off day. And we went into this last series with the Rays where we won 2 out of 3, which, I mean, you win 2 out of 3, you're always doing good. But the one game we lost was against Lackey, and it was a 5-3 game. Red Sox should be scoring more runs than that. I mean, I guess I am spoiled by the hot-ass start that we started out with. Lester won on the 15th, and who won last night? Tozawa won the game for us last night in a 4-3 win. So, I mean, the Red Sox, granted, today's the 17th. We're only at the halfway point of the second month of the season. So there's no reason to fucking jump off ship. We've had injured arms. We've had injured players. We've had injured bats. We are going to come back. Now, granted, at the start of this season, I thought it was going to be streaky at best. I didn't think we were going to do that great. I was kind of scared. I thought we were going to finish 3rd, 4th in the American League. Now, I still think we will. I don't think we're going to win the American League. We might make a wild card spot. I doubt it because the Western Division, thanks to the addition of the Astros, each team has 18 games against them. They're going to win them. The Astros fucking suck. And I can say that because last season, I worked for the single A affiliate of the Astros, the Lexington Legends. And they don't have any talent coming up. They're really bad. I mean, I don't mean to shit on them, but they are a 4A team playing in the Major League. So, but that's all I'm going to talk about on that. And I'm going to get off the sports topic a bit. My last topic is going to be on comics. Hold on, let me find the article. One thing I am is a Marvel fucking fanatic. But even though I'm a Marvel fanatic, I'm a Spider-Man fan. And most of you all know what happened in December to Spider-Man. They fucking killed Peter Parker. Spoilers. If you didn't know that, you don't keep up with comics. It happened in the end of Amazing Spider-Man 700. They just fucking twisted the plot all over the fucking place. Now, I've not got a chance to get caught up on Superior Spider-Man, which is the follow-up book to Amazing Spider-Man with Doc Ock's body in Peter Parker's body. So, I'm a little behind, but I'm pretty sure this past Wednesday, Superior Spider-Man 10 come out. And it has pissed off a lot of people. Or, that was the goal of it at least. Hold on, let me find... I'm still behind here. Superior Spider-Man 10. I can't find the review. Where is it? It said this come out on the 5th. So this is before it happened. And I could be wrong. It may still not have happened, but I'm pretty sure Superior Spider-Man 10 come out this past week. But it's supposed to be a big fucking plot twist. Dan Slott, he finished off the Amazing Spider-Man run. He's writing the Superior Spider-Man. He's been doing a pretty good job. Last winter, he closed it out, like I said. He swapped out Peter Parker's brain with Doc Ock's in a fight that killed off Peter Parker because his brain was in Doc Ock's body. But coming around, Superior Spider-Man, it's been a pretty big book. but in issue 10, shit's supposed to hit the fan. I haven't read it yet. I don't have it yet. If you want to send it to me, I'm going to go fucking buy it. Because, I mean, I love the books. That's kind of how I'm a nerd. I love comics, and I love comic book movies. Unless you're fucking DC, and DC can suck my cock. Not really. I'm actually starting to grow to even like DC comics. Batman is growing on me. Did not think that would ever happen because he has no superpowers. I mean, that's kind of weird to me, but he's a badass. Even Superman, the Golden Boy, it looks, thanks to Zack Snyder, I may become a fan. I mean, at Free Comic Book Day, they gave out a new Spider-Man book. Superman, do not want to fucking mix those up. They gave out a new Superman book, and it was pretty fucking good. I was pretty impressed. Jim Lee did the cover art, and I've always been a fan of his work because he used to work for Marvel. And then he went off to Image, and now he's co-editor of DC Comics. So I'm considering giving the New 52 a shot. I am a Marvel zombie. I will admit that. Hell, I even have the Marvel Zombies books in trade because I can't afford the individual issues, but I love trade paperbacks so much. Off topic. So I look forward to reading Superior Spider-Man number 10. If it's not out yet, I'm sorry. I may be jumping the gun. I'm pretty sure that's what the guy at the comic book store told me. Let's see. Let's check out Marvel.com. They should tell me what's out this week. And I will give you that information right now on mic live. Well, not live because I'm not broadcasting live. But it will come at you in your fucking ears. Superior Spider-Man number 10 did release this week. Story is by Dan Sloth. The cover art is by Ryan Stegman. Here's what they have to say about this week's issue of Superior Spider-Man. Hold on. No, that is not this week's issue of Superior Spider-Man. It is the 4th printing of Superior Spider-Man number 1. If you don't have it, it released this week. So there you go. It doesn't look like Superior Spider-Man number 10 come out this week. So the comic book man either didn't tell me the truth or he was misled. But it does not look like Superior Spider-Man number 10 made its printing this week. Let's check out the date for Superior Spider-Man number 10. It's supposed to be a big fucking story. It's the only reason I'm talking about it. And like I said, I love fucking Spider-Man. Ultimate Comics Spider-Man come out this week, but I've not started reading that, so I don't even want to discuss if it's good, bad, ugly, or whatever. Let's see. Marvel Now. It's one of the Marvel Now books. And it is... I don't see it. It didn't come out this week. Let's check the release date for Superior Spider-Man number 10. I am Googling it right now. Fuck you, Bing. If you're a Bing fan, I'm sorry. It blows. The release date for Superior Spider-Man number 10 is... I better stop that. I don't want to get fucking told to go pay me to fucking somebody that I can't afford to pay. The release date is not, I repeat, it is not this week. It is next week, May 22nd. So you may get a review of it next week since it's out, and I'll have a chance to get caught up on Superior. So we may do a update from 1 to 10. It'll probably be spoilerific. So, but I'll save it for the end like I did this week. So I will tell you, hey, there's going to be some fucking spoilers. And if you haven't listened, haven't read, or don't give a fuck, you can turn it off. And if you don't give a fuck about this podcast, you can go listen to something else. As I said earlier, if you don't like me, go listen to Tell 'em Steve Dave. They know what the fuck they're doing. But anyways, I'm going to close the show out. I'm around 50 minutes. So that's a pretty good start for one fucking person talking. I'm going to close out with some shout outs. My first shout out goes to Knox Street Tattoo. They are my local tattoo shop. It is my home. I consider myself the Brian Johnson of Knox Street Tattoo. And what I mean by that is I don't do fucking shit and I just sit there and talk shit about people. It's pretty fun. Shout out to the artist, Cody Smith, who is the number 2 guy there, but he's pretty fucking amazing. And Chuck Hendrickson. Hopefully I can get those guys on the mic, especially you, Cody. Yes, I am talking to you. For those of you who know him, beg him to come on the show. I'm hoping he'll be a co-host someday, when he puts his big boy pants on. But anyways, yeah, if you want some badass art, go check out Knox Street Tattoo. They'll do you up right. Tell them I sent you. It won't do you any good. It will not help you anyway. It'll just boost my fucking ego. So tell them I sent you. They may help you out. They may not. It probably won't work. So, but still, Knox Street Tattoo. You can find them on Facebook at facebook.com. I want to say it's Knox Inc. I will check that right now. Facebook.com/Knox Inc. No, that is not it. I have them on my Facebook, so I will check it out. Knox Street Tattoo. You can find them at facebook.com/Knox Street Tattoo, or just in the search engine, search Knox Street Tattoo. You can check out their work. They're pretty fucking amazing. They're great guys. Consider them family. My next shout out, which none of these people know I'm shouting them out, so hopefully they'll hear and be pretty excited because I'm giving out free plugs. Who knows how long that'll last. If you want to be plugged and I think you're cool, send me your shit to Twitter or Facebook or Instagram me. I'll give you those at the end of the show. My next shout out goes to the Clutch and Wiggles Experience. These guys, I've been listening to their show for a while. They've been around for about 5 years. They have a friend of mine, Miss K Love, is on the show, and she got me listening, and they are some funny ass people. I mean, they have their own radio network, and any podcaster out there, or fuck any of you out there, need to listen to the Clutch and Wiggles Experience. There are some funny shit. There are some funny guys and gal. They will make you laugh. So if you want to check them out at cweradio.com. I repeat, cweradio.com. And my final shout out goes to the great people over at Gotham Knights Online. Gotham Knights Online is your number one source for fucking Batman. I'm trying to remember their tagline, but I can't. So I'm going to say it. They're fucking amazing, and check them out. They are your Batman source for everything from toys. They can tell you when Batman is going to take his next crap. That's how good they are. Check out the guys over there. They have their own podcast as well. You may hear a clip at the end of the show for them. Keep your ears open. You never fucking know what's going to happen. But, so, yeah. Gotham Knights Online and Gotham Knights Online, the podcast. You can find them at gothamknightsonline.com or search on Facebook Yes, they are facebook.com/Gotham Knights Online. And they are also on Twitter, I do believe. I think it's Gotham Knights Online there as well. But, I mean, if you're a Batman fan and you want to know, hey, what's coming up next? Check them out. It's Gotham Knights Online. It's ran by some great guys. The podcast, I know 2 of the 3 people. I've known them for years, and they're great. I mean, if you want a fucking nerd who knows his shit about Batman. Check out Gary. That's Gary with an E. I know he spells it wrong, but I love him. Danny, and I want to say the other guy's name's Dustin. I've been listening for a while. Well, since they took over, I've been listening to the show, and I'm not a fucking DC fan, like I said. I learned Batman from two good people. Gary and my idol, who I love, Mr. Kevin Smith. Without Kevin Smith, I would not be on this mic today. Fucking Smodcast is it changed my life, and it made me do this. I mean, I would not fucking be a podcaster today without Mr. Kevin Smith and Smodcast.com. So that's gonna be my last plug is for Smodcast.com. They have nothing to do with me or this fucking podcast. I don't know they don't know who I am from fucking a hole in the wall. Even though you would notice a hole in the wall, you would not notice me because, I mean, I fit in a Kevin Smith crowd like everybody else. I'm fat and I have a beard. So, I mean, but that's it. So, I'm going to close out the show. Check out for a plug for Gotham Knights Online. And that's it. Go fuck yourselves.
Hi, I'm Gary Adams.
I'm Danny Nettleton.
And I'm Dustin Pyle.
And we host the Gotham Knights Online podcast. And on the podcast, we're not about gimmicks or any sort of cheap tricks to hook listeners in. We bring you the best and most professional news in the world of Batman.
That's me. Yes, not Batman.
No, I'm Batman.
Oh, I'm Batman.
Oh, okay.
I'm Batman.
Oh, we're really doing this?
Yes, we are.
On the show, we talk about all things Batman related. Comics, movies, media.
All things me related, because I'm Batman.
Media, merchandise, video games, anything that has anything to do with Batman. Each episode, we will have 3 main topics.
Holy main topics, Batman!
Just 3?
Could be relevant news or our favorite Batman movie scenes, comics.
Holy rusted metal, man.
Alright. Let's take 5, guys. Stop it.
Do you like to dance with the devil in the pale moonlight?
I'd like to finish, this
Or
promo.
should we freeze?
Can I finish this promo?
No.